Hello everybody, this is HeflaTV here on my own channel, because all the other HeflaTV channels, they are actually still streaming. Like, it's a little flaw in our schedule. The other games, they took so long, which means you can't see this on HeflaTV 1 or HeflaTV 2 or any of the other HeflaTV channels. It means I have to actually go online and help the other guys. I hope one of them actually is willing to join me later as a co-caster. For now you have to suffice with me alone, but that shouldn't be a problem because that's how HeflaTV started anyway. So what we got? I mean, we have Tengen and CNB. That's definitely an interesting game. And right after this game at 23 CET, we also have another game, also CNB versus Isora. So it's pretty much a doubleheader, 2 times best of 2, or rather 2 game series, since best of 2 doesn't exist, but it's easier to explain. Either way, let's hop into the draft, see what we got here in the Join Dota League Season 3 American Division 1. So, Razor, Doom being banned out, as well as the Lycan and the Void. Okay, and that leaves space for, yeah, the typical heroes. We have the Death Prophet on one side, and then right after we have Brewmaster and Scarab Mage. So, for Tengen, what else could they secure? Something that would, I don't know, work as a core. A Viper, for example, even though the Viper is not as popular in the American scene as it is in CE and Europe at the moment. But let's say it would definitely be something like that. Okay, nope, they secured a double push. Death Prophet it is, with the Mass Serpent Wards on top of it. So Exodus Mass Serpent Wards, that is of course always bad news for the towers, because they hurt. Both in combination even more, and there's not much you can stop without at least taking huge damage. So let's see how this one is coming out. Second ban stage on the way, and I love that the teams are pretty fast with it. Like, usually, Jesus, we are waiting, and they really have a slow pick rate. But today, it looks good. They're both really fast. So they decide Earthshaker and a Batrider. So for the laning stage Earthshaker, I really like it. So they banned this one out. I can totally understand it. The Batrider, no initiation for CNB, it should be. And yeah, Tidehunter, the big Ravage, and of course a very good offlane candidate is out for Tengen. And now, I guess they could, yeah, I just wanted to say it. They could ban some sort of push or split push, and yeah, the Prophet is of course the best one to take there. And if you don't get Tidehunter, you might as well just get Center Warrior. That's what they do right now in the third pick. And I guess Tengen, they need one more. They need at least one more core, or maybe they go for some pushing strategy, something we have seen in the past, for example. I mean, potential pushers right now, it could be a Pugna to the mix, maybe something with sustain and maybe some stun. Then later with the Maledict, that would be the Witch Dog. But then again, for the Witch Dog, they kind of lack the setup at the moment, except for Hex and Shackle. There's not much coming out. Later maybe a Yule Scepter on a Death Prophet. But yeah, you need some sort of stun to actually hold people in place long enough for a full Death Ward channel. Then again, the Death Ward channel, it's not gonna be that long, especially with the Brewmaster there. I mean, you can't really pick it, to be honest, at least not if you really want to bench on that ultimate. There's Brewmaster with 2 interrupts, one being the Cyclone, the other one the Boulder Toss. We have a silence of the Scarab Mage, or even the Mystic Flare, forcing him to actually move out of it. Center Warner, also another stun. So I don't think that's coming out unless they really want to utilize, for example, Voodoo Restoration. That might actually come out. But yeah, when it comes to pushing, the air is getting quite thin. There's not many pushes out if Tengen really wants to go for a pushing setup. And someone is asking, X game versus he game 3 is here. No, it's not here. Simply because it's on HeflaTV 1, but there's no game 3. It's always a 2-game series in the JDL, guys. And I just noticed I did not update the score. Just a second. Now it's updated, guys. There we go. CNB 0 and Tengen 0. And there comes my Viper. I actually thought it comes as a second pick, but nope, it's coming as a third. So, but it makes sense. It adds another core. It's pretty tanky. Something against Brewmaster and Scarab Mage, definitely. Also very nice against Center Warner. Like, after Stampede is out, you can pretty much kite this guy with a level 4 poison attack as well as the Viper Strike. So, yep, that definitely makes sense to me. And I'm just looking. Oh well, we're still not updated on the tickers, at least not on Join Dota, because all the slots are full. But we should be fine on the rest. And I think also HeflaTV 1 and it is done now. I think. I'm just looking. Yeah, they're even offline already. Good. That's good. So they're done with X Game versus Hehe, and I actually have to check what the score is for those people who missed it. X Game and Hehe, they played 1-1, so it's a tie, guys. So I guess you can live with that one. Either way, back to our draft. They take almost all their time here. Like normal time, they still had almost 140 left, and I use it now for their 4th pick. I mean, for them, it's another core. It's a safe laner that's actually missing right now, and the question is what they go for. I mean, there are like traditional options. I mean, they could go for anything, reaching from, I don't know, a Spectre, for example. Question is how well would it fit here. I mean, it would be an easy job against Shadow Shaman if you, for example, get a rush on a Radiance done. The Viper, okay, will survive still quite fine. But the problem is Spectre needs quite some time to get online, so I don't know how greedy they want to go on their carry pick. But let's see. They only have 25 seconds left to make that decision. Okay. That is something I thought that might come out for Tengen. Like Master Weapon Ward's Exorcism plus the Liquid Fire, or even Pugna the Netherblast. Like getting a 3rd pusher into the Tengen draft, but apparently CNB wants it, so we have another disable for them, the Ice Path, and of course Macropire for some nice teamfights, but there's again Lockdown missing, unless the center is really finding someone who's already standing in the Macropire, then you get like a nice duration on it. But yeah, Liquid Fire and of course the Breath, sometimes they skill it in level 1. That is definitely something interesting for laning stage, and of course pushing towers. Wraith King on the other side. Okay, that's the core they want to go for. So that means for CNB we are still looking for a core. Now that we have the 2 supports, the offlaner and the Brewmaster in mid. So what could it be? I mean, against the Wraith King, we've seen already people that went for OD just to reduce the Wraith King's mana. Gets him below his threshold, maybe even work with Necro units and then just kill him. That might be an option, but I don't think CNB actually has enough team play to make that work. Like, you really need a very, very sophisticated and nice chained performance to get this done. So let's see how this is actually turning out for them. They ban the Juggernaut. Okay, that's something I didn't expect, but a support Juggernaut, I guess that would be pretty much the same as the Witch Dog. For sustain the ward that's coming out there, it's a lot of healing, just like the Voodoo Restoration. So for sustain that would be quite incredible, especially if it pairs up with the Vampiric Aura, because the Vampiric Aura as such is already pretty strong. And then if you have even more, that means you can pretty much stay at the towers, take the fights properly, nice sustain in the lane as well. But let's see, they ban out the Morphling. Yep, that would have been one option. Especially with a Skywrath Mage, amplified magical damage. If he really goes for Ethereal Blade, that is Adaptive Strike plus the Waveform plus whatever else comes from the Skywrath Mage, that is a guaranteed -1. So I can totally understand why they ban out the Morph. Makes sense to me. But now let's see. It's all about the 5th picks. For Tengen, it's a support. For CNB, it is a core. Now that the Morphling is spun out, like, they have to go for still something greedy enough, because you can't rely only on a Brewmaster. Like, a Brewmaster, if he's shut down, he's not that strong anymore. Even if he gets a nice mid game, then with a Wraith King, Death Prophet, etc. Wow, okay. A Luna is coming out. I mean, there was not many options anyway, like Spectre, Luna, like the really hard cores. Luna is one of them left. Okay, I mean, it's nice push, also nice counter push. Of course, the ultimate, even though, well, you have to get them really out of position so that the Lucent Beams are always going in there. But yeah, it definitely makes sense. I also like Luna just for the fact that, like, you also have something that always can interrupt certain TPs. But when it comes to stuns and interrupts, I don't think they have like a bad setup anyway. I mean, CNB, a hoof stomp, a lucent beam, an ice path, and when it comes to silences, we have the Scarab Mage as well as a slow there, plus the Brewmaster is slow in his ultimate, another stun, and plus a disable, where you completely incapacitate the target for 2 seconds. Yep, makes total sense to me. But yep, Clockwork is the offlaner now for Tengen. I thought we're gonna see some other support coming out, but no. This is Death Prophet mid then, and a Viper with the supports, Wraith King and a Shadow Shaman in lane. Clockwork on the offline, yep. Okay, I guess I can live with that, but I was hoping that the Wraith King is actually gonna go a bit more greedy, but then again, we've seen this so many times in the past. Wraith King supports, they start out as supports, but with some decent farm, they can anytime just join the fray, go greedy with items, and actually build up some damage for themselves. Either way, we are in the game. Let's hope for not too many pauses, and in the meantime, I just introduce the teams as they come. We have here the hell this name, like I just call him Nurla, to Nurla at the moment. I don't know, Ima Sheep, Mr. Stan here, and Goofy on the Death Prophet, Railgun playing that Clockwork, and Raya Noob on the Viper. On the other side, we have 4DR on the Brewmaster, we have King RD playing the Luna, Baga on the Scarab Mage, and one a bit behind is Mr. Billy on the Jakiro. They actually even gonna meet here, if it looks like it. But the problem is they can't really do anything. I mean, they have now level 1 cogs. If they get someone in the cogs, sure, that is a kill. But yeah, they just run away. And the last one we completely forgot, of course, is Mr. Ned, the Centaur. And, well, just give me a second, because I need to update my camera options. Jesus. It's way too fast for casting. 24, 26 and 21. This is my settings. Perfect. Yep, because I actually had yesterday time to play the game. Yes, a caster actually played the game. Usually we're always casting, like then I myself, I'm always managing, trying to get new tournaments up, and of course do everything for the viewers, as in exposure, websites, videos, whatnot. But yeah, like the last 2 days we had enough casters, so I could slack and actually play the game. 6 games or so. Woohoo. But yeah, back to casting. We see Regan actually, he tried to block them, but in a very unconventional spot, and he even missed one creep. Well, actually, this one is not too bad because it's anyway a range creep, so this range creep is going down pretty fast, and then he still pulled out the lane. But the problem is the Luna is doing the same, so after all, they pretty much remain in the same spot, like nothing really gained there on either side. And let's see. I mean, in the mid at the moment, we have the Scarab Mage already showing himself there versus Goofy. And of course, that is bad news for the Prophet. He can't really go down. I mean, so far the creeps are definitely in the mid, so everything is fine. But, yep, that slow is coming out, but there's no follow-up. I mean, to do significant damage, you need at least a level 2 on a Scarab Mage. But, sure, that's slow. Plus the slow of the Brewmaster, that channeled up, and plus all the right clicks. As soon as they're level 2, both of them, they can definitely go for the Death Prophet. Like, as long as he doesn't have boots, for example, he can't really do anything. And also the Clockwork, like, he's gonna suffer a lot on this line. He's getting a lot of denies here by the Luna, and yeah, that Jakiro on cooldown, he's gonna spam that Liquid Fire on the Clockwork, and that will cost him a lot of regeneration. I mean, so far, he has... well, he has a normal stack of tangos plus a healing salve, but overall, especially when there is a Basilos now coming out soon on the Luna, there will also be the Lucent Beam spams. Level 1 is not really worth it, because the mana HP, I mean, the mana damage ratio is not really that good, but like level 2 Lucent Beam, then it starts to hurt. The 150 damage for the 100 mana, that is really efficient, so you barely see any level 1 spam coming out, but yeah, this one should definitely work as soon as she's level 3. And yep, more harass coming in, but oh, there is Battery Assault activated, but it's just used for, I don't know, not really anything. But oh, he's slowed down the cogs. Both of them actually get blocked back. Luna twice even, but the right clicks are coming in. There's no Lucent Beam, but it's still enough for a first blood. Like, you know, Luna had to be careful there, but yeah, she should be fine with the salve now being used. And that's our first blood. So CNB definitely having the better start. At the same time, we have a Smoking here in the mid. And they're looking for something. They're looking for Mr. Panda, and it might be that they just run directly in him, but there's no observer. So at the moment, CNB doesn't really know they are there. They just know, okay, 2 guys are missing. They're probably looking for the Panda. But yeah, they go back. That rotation was not really successful. And Luna, even with the clarity now, like back to almost full HP. I mean, full HP and almost full mana as well. Yeah, but Railgun, that was not how he planned it. Maybe he could have done the Cogs a bit later, but the Cogs as such did a good job. I mean, twice on the Luna, and yeah, now even soaking more mana up. That's exactly what you need to prevent that Lucent Beam spam on you. But let's see, in the mid, how is it standing actually in the mid? 14 and 3, the Death Prophet is on 14 and 4, so it couldn't be more equal in the mid. So at least this one is working, since there was no rotation successful anyway in the mid, so everything is absolutely fine, at least for the mid. Of course, Luna having a good start. He actually goes for now. Oh, there's a slow, but yeah, he still has those cogs, and yeah, Baga, you don't want to run into there. But oh, there's a Shackle here on the center. For now, he managed to get out, but no, the Viper was fast enough and just getting him there. So make it 1-1, and Tengen strikes back. Both offliners died now at least once, but of course there's a small advantage for CNB simply for the fact that, yeah, the Clockwork is more gold worth in that case, since he was the first blood. But yeah, he has to deal now with the liquid fire damage all the time, plus he's out of tangos, which means from now on he really has a problem. He has nothing that regens any HP quite yet. I don't know, sometimes we see the Clockwork being, for example, the mech holder of a team, but in this case I pretty much doubt it, because he won't get the farm together. I rather think it's gonna be the Viper or even the Death Prophet. So far none of them have any items, but maybe the 2 branches indicate we're gonna have the mech on the Death Prophet instead of the Viper. Viper, well, also having the 2 branches and 1,000 gold on top of it, so let's see what's happening with this 1,000 gold. I mean, could that be a Midas rush? I don't think so. But then again, oh my god, very nice here on the center. Like, that was shackled and stunned, and then the rest just done by the Viper. That make that 2 kills now for Tengen. And yeah, the center a bit too careless here. Like, that really didn't work out. He really just wanted to leech some experience here from that side camp, but in the end he's just paying with his life, giving more experience into the enemy. But oh, there's Assault, but Raygun immediately going back. It's too hot here, especially because he doesn't know where Baga is. Baga is in the mid now, smoked up, but yeah, the Death Prophet is holding back. Look at him, he's so scared at the moment, but now he might come in, and there's a double damage on the Panda, and that is of course good news. All they need is a slow, maybe a silence, and then the Panda can go in. He just needs to follow up Thunderclap, and then the ultimate in by the Baga. That's a bad position, because here there are 2 supports coming, and you don't want to be here. Because with Shackle and Verifier Plus they can stack up enough, but here, nice, there is an Observer Ward, which means they're gonna see whatever is going on unless they smoke, but no, they're not smoked, which means they're completely visible, they know everything in there, the blinks are already coming out, they say, hey guys, something's going on here. But it's, I guess, the best timing they can do, because Viper is level 6, while the Center Warner is not. He's start level 5 yet, which means also with level 2 poison attack, you can pretty much drive out that center on your own, and you guys already see what's happening to that center. He's almost 50%, and yeah, there's nothing he can do, especially since he doesn't even have Tranquil Boots yet. There's no way for him to just fall back and reach some HP up. So for now he's stuck with that. And Viper, actually I'm really curious why he's not going for Viper Strike and just killing him. I mean, now there is Baga here as a backup, but let's see. There's another blink. Did they spot the Wraith King? Yes, they did. Like, this ward is doing the job here. Had vision to the side, and therefore Wraith King, that was too obvious, I guess. But let's see. Oh, there's the Panda coming in with the haste, and oh my god, Viper, this is really bad news. He's silenced right now. Maybe they don't even need the ultimate. Now the Thunderclap is coming as well as the center. He was turning around, but he didn't get that Viper Strike through, unfortunately. With that Viper Strike on the center, that might have been a kill. 180 plus residual damage from Corrosive Skin and Poison Attack. Might have been a kill, but either way, it was not enough. And also looking at the net worth now, it's 7 minutes in, so it's about time. Well, Viper still doing decent even though he died. Did he buy something before? Oh yeah, he has the full mech. That's of course good news for them. That's a 7.5 minutes Mac, even though he died. I guess he had it all on fast buy, but oh, there's the Stampede, and the first Luna ultimate almost getting him instantly, but now, yep, there's the Clockwork going. Assault is on, and the stun on the Luna has to happen, but here, look at the center, he's coming in, and the Luna's still not dead. I can't even believe it. Luna surviving this. Now the Panda using his ultimate. This one was actually for the Wraith King, but he's already going out. So kinda ultimate wasted, but of course the ultimate is really, really fast. So Fire Panda reaching him. Now he's thrown into the air, and the team will follow up. There's the Boulder Toss. There will be another Hoof Stomp. Now, there it is. There's the kill. But there was another TP in. Oh, Shadow Shaman. What you doing here? Is there a shackle? No, he's not holding him on the tower. Now he's holding him, and two nice supports are coming in. Panda, you have to run, but his Blink Dagger, oh, it just got interrupted, but nice Ice Path. There's no hookshot, so they can't really follow up. They have no Yules, nothing to stop them, no slows, no stuns available after the Wraith King is down. So in the end, CNB making a much better trade, especially because the Luna survived, and that's the good news for CNB here. That is really good news, but at least the Viper is farming at the same time. But then again, the Viper was exactly the hero they needed. I mean, everybody rotated in, but all those heroes, they had either their ultimates on cooldown, bottle empty, sticks, not many charges whatsoever, and the guy who is supposed to do the healing for the team fights with that mech, that was the only one who is not there. Now, Centaur is rotating in. He finished now his Tranquil Boots as well as a magic stick, so he definitely got now a lot of survivability, or he can just fall back, reaching some HP up against the Viper. So unless there is help for the Viper, I don't see anything happening. But for now, Chikiro TPing in the mid. Is there something else they could get? Yeah, there is the hookshot ready. They just need to find one of them, like Baga, a hookshot on Baga, or here on the Chikiro on Billy. That would do the trick, but for now he's just dewarding. He needs 4 hits for it. But Clockwork, oh, they want to go here on Baga, and Baga, oh, there's already the assault, and he's in the cogs. That's an easy kill. Now the question is, can he do something else? Nope, that was a blind hookshot, and it didn't hit anything. But they can still do significant damage here to this tower, with the exorcism still being fresh, half the duration still left. So yep, Cliff being used, Ice Path just to slow it down, doesn't hit anything apart from the Death Prophet, but there, Panda's coming in. He still has 7 seconds though on his ultimate, so now they're falling back. The tower is in deny range, but oh god, Rasta, he's just buying some time, maybe with that stun here. That is of course successful, but oh, Goofy also being followed up. The Rasta already falling. Now, Billy though, you have to be careful. Oh, you're going down. The right clicks, they should be enough, but the Panda is coming in. There's the ultimate after the Chikiro died, but the Prophet is also getting focused now, and the question is, do they have still more? Do they have juice to push on here? The Wraith King still not having his ultimate. That is of course one candidate. The Viper maybe too tanky, so yeah, Panda, I think you gotta go back. There's a slow on Baga, maybe a stun. Maybe with that stun they could do something, but no, they don't even hit that stun, which means for now, no, it's time to fall back. So finally Viper is showing a life sign, but of course all this is happening while the Luna is farming and also doing quite some damage here on that tier 1 tower, especially now with level 2 claves already. Like, it's going all into the tower. The cliff is being used, but yeah, Luna will stay here and try to get this. Oh, he even misses it because the siege engine is taking the last hit here. God damn it, that gold was supposed to be Luna's, but it doesn't really work out at 11-11. I guess that was the funny number. Either way, 7-4, and we are 11 minutes in. So after these 2 towers falling down, and I mean, wait, we have the other tower in the mid. I think it was denied. I really think it was denied. I'm not 100% sure, but I really think so. We have to see. Top. They want to do something, but there's... Oh, Clockwork! He's going in, but there's 3 people here to the side, and now Stampede being used, and they're all going in. Clockwork is the first one to die, but no, Viper doesn't commit on the center. He's rather TPing out, and maybe that's even a good decision, because he would have traded his own life for that center kill. In the end, center, it's the second time he's that lucky. He's just going back. Now Tranquil Boots are kicking in. By the time he reaches the fountain, he's probably on decent HP. Billy trying to defend here against the second exorcism of the game. 12 minutes in, he wants that tier 1 tower, but interesting enough, CNB didn't go top and push more, even though Viper TP'd out, but of course they didn't see it. Oh, what happened here? Luna! That is of course bad news, but Jesus Christ, Death Prophet, you really wanna get the hell out of here. Yep, and he did. But in the meantime, we have the Shadow Shaman. Yep, was found by the Panda with a double damage rune as well. It's scary, but the TP is just enough. The tower here, No, I mean, it got a lot of damage, but still not enough for a deny. And also Luna. Luna and Billy here, they got so much damage. Still, for the Luna, no problem with the Morbid Mask now. The question is now, is that a Dominator, or is that a Mask of Madness? We have seen a lot of Lunas with Mask of Madness already. I like the Dominator a bit more. Of course, Mask of Madness for chasing, like the attack speed bonus and everything. It's an interesting build. We see it sometimes, but overall I just like the Dominator. But oh, there's a single goal here. Railgun, he got him. Battery Assault, that's definitely a kill. But in the meantime, top, they threw the Viper in the air after they killed the Wraith King, still not having his ultimate. He was just about to ding level 6, but oh, Stampede, Viper being slowed, and oh, so much damage. Even with the Mac, he will not survive this. Panda's coming out, and there is a Shackle here, and oh, maybe Railgun is gonna go for it. I mean, the Rasta is already dying. Now Railgun, he wants to go for Baga, but he really needs more. The problem is too many units for that assault. Now negative Urn Charge, the Cogs, they're all out of mana. That's the funny part. Maybe with the next Rocket Flare, but no, 360 HP. That's just too much. And the Panda was still chasing, looking if he could get a Thunderclap in. It didn't really work out, but at least in the meantime we have... Yep, Death Prophet got that tower bottom, but also here he's losing, or not losing. Well, yes, he is losing gold, but he missed the last hit on the tower, so a bit less gold, but after all, still tower down is tower down, and top the tower was also not denied. So at the moment, at least Tengen goes when it comes to towers in lead. Still, overall, since they make it so often on low HP out of those fights, Tengen definitely having a disadvantage now. And as we have like a short breath, we could look at the graphs, and it's 2000 here for experience. It is for CNB, obviously. And when it comes to gold, and that's the interesting part now. Now with the third tower, they actually took over the gold, and they might actually solidify it when they get Roshan. And it seems like there's nothing happening. I mean, there is a blink coming out by Baga, but he's so far away. I don't think there's anything happening, especially the Panda. No, he still has ultimate on cooldown, no primal split, no way to contest this. And I definitely like what the Death Prophet is doing so far. He's really doing most of the work here, like damage-wise on Tengen, because he got all the towers and he's almost using his exorcism on cooldown. That's exactly the most effective way you can play that hero. But oh, Railgun, there was a hook shot looking for the centaur, but unfortunately it was blocked up. Blocked by creeps. So he didn't really get that. In the end, it's 11-6 just after Roshan. It's some more experience and some more gold for Tengen, so the kills don't really matter at the moment since they're pretty much equal after this Roshan. I mean, not quite equal, still of course in gold for Tengen and in experience for CNB. But you know what I mean, guys, right? It's just HeflaTV's day. I mean, after all, it's pretty late here and I didn't have dinner, so I'm pretty grumpy. But let's see what else is coming out. I mean, Panda has his ultimate ready now. They could theoretically go for something. Maybe the Luna is the bait they're looking for. He can clear out things really easily, especially the incoming creep waves. You already see that with level 3 claves. It's just a matter of time. But oh, there's Goofy coming in, but that might be actually a bad idea. There's the slow on the Wraith King, but he has his ultimate this time, so he can just go for some right clicks. Everybody is slow, but there are no follow-ups. There's actually a Viper coming in, but if they want to go on the Brewmaster, there has to be a silence, but the silence is not coming out. So Primal Split is there, and Wraith King, he probably goes the second time, but Lucent Beam, so much damage to Rasta being silenced, and he's going down to the Panda in just a second. Or is he? No, he's still alive, but in the meantime, the Luna is actually falling while the Death Prophet is thrown into the air, and Wraith King, oh, you really gotta hurry up. Like, they want to get that Panda, but oh, he's blinking out, but he's blinking in actually a pretty weird spot now. They try to get it. The Rasta is still around. That might be a good idea. Here is a TP, but it's still 5 seconds on cooldown. He might get the Rasta if he has vision on it. Like, if he really wants to be greedy, he can go in. But no, he's TPing out. But in the meantime, they were chasing at least Baga, and they got Baga, but I thought, like, hey, this might be a better play, but Shadow Shaman, you're so lucky that this Panda is not greedy. So in the end, it was a very, very bad trade for CNB. 2 kills. It was a 2-for-0 because the Wraith King somehow miraculously survived, as well as the Rasta with like about 50% 50% I say, 50 HP, and that's it. So tier 2 tower is to fall. Is he? Oh my god, the Clockwork being silenced up and getting so much damage. The rest of them is already running. Nothing else is coming out. At least they got the tower. The Death Prophet gets credit for it, and the only thing they had to do is trading that Clockwork for it. I guess they could have done worse trades. Like, I'm really surprised that there's not more happening, that they didn't chase one of them. Especially the Wraith King would really hurt. because, well, for 260 seconds he's really vulnerable. He can't resurrect, reincarnate, whatever you want to call it. And now, well, invisibility rune on that panda. That is also interesting. And CNB does the right thing with the clockwork, lacking the initiation now. They just go for the tower. There's liquid fire, but oh, cool. He goes on the Wraith King here, and that is of course really bad news. But there's a Shackle, but Viper is not focusing on him. Viper getting stunned now, the Mystic Flare, and he doesn't even get the mech off. So in the end, they get the tower and +1. They only pay with the Jakira, or do they? No, they get the Luna because a nice hookshot along, like just around all the heroes. I never expected this, but the Brewmaster, he came back in and finally gets that Wraith King kill, and he even has his ultimate ready again, which means they can only run. But unfortunately, Rasta, he can't really do anything. Even his stick, 4 charges, but he can't do anything, and Baga finishes off the entire thing. But Clockwork is back to the fight, but the problem is, okay, he's silenced, so much damage, negative earn charge as well. He can't really get anything. Now the Panda might even go for something more here, or with the Death Prophet. No, the last hit should do the trick, and Death Prophet can't really do anything. That's really too bad. He was also not fast enough on the Yule Scepter. At least they get top something done here. There's a nice triple creep wave push going on, but that's about it. This fight, not so optimal for Tengen. This is a tower and a lot of losses here. Especially the Panda really makes the plays. At the moment, Tengen, they can't really do anything. The Panda is popping the ultimate, and they just have to run. Especially the 2 supports, they can't do anything. And that's what makes Panda so strong. But, well, if this goes later, then they might not be so successful. But Luna is sleeping. I thought he's running by now, but no. There's the Viper Strike, Hex, and Shackle. He was AFK. He was definitely AFK. There is no way someone shows this reaction. But now the Jakiro in the air. There's no slow yet. Now there's the poison attack. But oh, the Stampede. Too late. With all that damage, the Exorcism. It's too spooky for him. At least 4DR does some split push at the same time. But they're gonna go here top lane for that tier 2 tower. There's no cliff available. So all the ghosts, they go full time into that tower. And with so many people available, they should definitely go for it. We have the Wraith King actually teleporting here. Taking all that experience in the bottom lane. That's the wisest decision, because this tower is down, and I think it's really interesting to even commit these wards for it. Very interesting. But oh, Brewmaster has a haste rune. Now he's getting stunned. He even disjoins it, and now, oh, Wraith King, you got a problem. But there's a rotation. He forces out that TP at least, and now he's just running back with the rest of the haste rune. So in the end, he just said hello to the Wraith King. I guess the best thing you can do. So another tower down for Tengen, and I guess tower-wise, the gold should still look decent for them. Yes, they had more than 3k actually. That of course includes Roshan, and now a tier 2 tower. So Tengen doing fine when it comes to gold, and yeah, in experience, it's almost nullified. There's not much coming out. Let's say 16 and 12, 20 minutes in. The 2 top net worth guys are the 2 cores on Tengen's side, but of course the Luna's not far behind, but she didn't have the best fights, especially that awesome Clockwork hookshot, like just across whole map it felt. Well, he definitely made a difference, because the Luna was just about to run out, and with this vision, Raygun gets him again here, Blade Mail on, but nice 4 stuff here. He will definitely go out, and oh, the Mystic Flare. Now it won't be enough. It will be enough! Whoa, it will be enough! I thought he was channeling that TP already for half an hour, but apparently he took like an hour to get that through. I don't know why, but wow. I did not expect this to come, especially because the Baga was actually taking a dive into the Cog, so he had that like second delay. But oh, Stampede being used, and they want to go for that Viper, but from the other side, no, I don't think they can do anything. There is no rotation whatsoever. I mean, Viper for now, tanky, using the mag, but yeah, all the magical damage and the right clicks, there's just no way. They get a lot of course, corrosive damage. Viper Strike wasn't even used because, yep, silence sucks. That's just a fact. And in the end, I guess they just take that tower. There's no cliff available, and it doesn't seem Tengen is really interested in fighting that. They might force something else. No. I mean, by the time they reach bottom tower, they probably... No, this is not working. The tower is already down, and well, there's the blink by the Panda. He says like, hey guys, let's go. And Goofy already shows, so they know there is some potential defense coming in, as well as Viper being back in 15 seconds. But we have the Rasta doing the split push here. Ether Shock, and then placing those Master Open wards. That's of course the best decision. Yes, and there we have it. It's a quadruple wave. But of course the Chakiro here, there's the Breath, Liquid Fire, There's also the center, and yeah, they're just going in. This is a tasty... This triple or quadruple wave, at least when it comes to range creeps, is probably worth 400 gold, something like that. And the wards on top of it around 300. So this was easy, a 1k value, just reaching the tier 2 tower. And not much was achieved. The tower got... oh well, not much. Most of the damage was already done before that. But let's see. I mean, so far, Tengen, they kind of stopped the project of going together. Like, I had the feeling, hey, when they had mech, when they had the exorcism and everything, they went together and I thought they can achieve something that way. But like after they got really shooed off by the panda, he just said like, shoo, go away. As soon as he popped his ultimate, there was no way they could do anything, especially because the exorcism wasn't up in the fights. And since then, they kind of abandoned this strategy. So for now, they just go for farming. Especially the Wraith King is really trying to get something up, but he's going for utility items at the moment. This is a 4-star, and he just keeps farming those ancients. Sure, it's nice for XP and for gold, but well, I guess the Wraith King will start to transition into damage then at like minute 30 or above. So far, we don't really have good team items as such. I mean, we have only the mech. But there's like, for example, no drums, there's no floods, no Shivas, no nothing at the moment in work for Tengen. I guess with those ultimates they could actually really make a difference, especially in all those team fights where a lot of chasing is going on. Like a Shivas would be nice, but for now, well, the Wraith King is just tanking that Roshan. There is an instant blink here by Baga, like he smells it, he knows it. And this time, we might actually see a contest, because the center is in there. He has the gem. Okay, taking the gem into the fight is quite dangerous, but let's see if he jumps in or not. Oh no, he's going for the Viper here, and Goofy, Goofy I say, the Brewmaster is already joining in. Now he's slowed. Mech still to use, he's using the mech, but this is just buying a second pretty much. There is a Viper Strike used on the Fire Panda. Okay, that's quite interesting, and yeah, Net is coming in, but he has to be careful. Is there a Rail? Yeah, Rail is coming in, there's a gem. Oh, he didn't pick it up. He did not pick it up, so the Panda is coming, taking the gem, but no, also he doesn't have a slot. Nobody's really taking care of it, and the Mystic Flare, it's not enough damage. I can't even believe that. He's still alive. He survives that, and Clockwork, well, he got the gem. I mean, he didn't get the gem, so Panda is securing it, but, well, he gets out with his life. So at least they got revenge on the Viper by the Baga and by the Centaur kill. That was, I guess, worth it. A 2-for-1, Roshan secured, and paying all that just with a Viper. Yeah, it's a trade you can do. The gem would have definitely made it a better trade for Tengen. A 2-for-1 Roshan plus a gem, that would have been picture perfect. Okay, not picture perfect. It would have been a good one. Viper not dying, that would have been the perfect turnaround. But yeah, unfortunately Viper is quite tanky, but not tanky enough for Panda, who is really doing well, as well as the Centaur, of course, with all the burst damage. But let's see. It looks like Tengen might just go bottom tower. It's the last outer tower. 50% cliff available, so it's an okay-ish setup if CNB wants to defend. If not, then they just let this tower drop and fortify at their base. I guess, to be honest, I tend to say they're gonna fortify that high ground. Because this tower, it's gonna fall fast. Faster than they can all TP, and at the moment it doesn't even look like anyone is going in that direction. They're all heading somewhere else. Of course, the center doing some damage here on the tier 2 tower by clearing out that creep. And yeah, creep wave, and yeah, tier 2 tower down. Last outer tower. So Tengen doing quite okay, still an experience, holding CNB down, but CNB still got nice experience, even though they were not taking the best trades. But there we go, look at the Master Promotes and the Exorcism now. CNB needs to fight, they need to use the cliff as well. There's the Macropire against the creeps, but oh my god, what you doing, Viper? He went for the Jakiro, but Jakiro, with the help of Stampede, just escaping here. And now we have the stuns here on the Death Prophet, but yeah, Wraith King, he still has a 4-stuff. Is he using it? 4-stuff, up, yep. He might actually survive this, it's looking good. And of course Raygun, buying time, just putting those cogs in it. So overall, if we summarize this, the tier 3 tower survives on 56 HP, and they only have to sacrifice a Viper again. I guess that's a trade you can do. Why not? Very strange to see, by the way, anyway, that the Death Prophet is having the Aegis, because Death Prophet as such is a pretty useless hero to have the Aegis. If you pop your Exorcism when you're getting focused down, then your Exorcism doesn't stay. Like, it's not like, for example, the Eye of the Storm of the Razor, where the Aegis is just perfect. it even keeps on while you're just lying as a corpse on the ground. Even then, people around you just getting zapped by your ultimate, plus it's still up when you come back. For the Exorcism, unfortunately, it's not that way, but I guess it's just due to the fact that the Viper got caught out in the mid and wasn't available to just pick up the Aegis at the Rosh fight, so he was the second candidate for it. In the end, Tengen, well, they trade one hero, but they get objectives for it, so if they keep doing this in 3, 4, 5 minutes, if they push again, we might see more objectives going down, but the question is now, push it, force CNB back, or fight? And by that smoke and those 5 people running north, I think we have our answer. They want to fight, and there is Panda ultimate. Still 25 seconds here. Clockwork, does he find anything? If they have vision, but Clockwork is not the first one, but there's the stun on the Jakiro, forced up forward. The Stampede, nice stun here, and oh my god, he's really getting focused down. Poor Shadow Shaman, but he survives. Somehow he still survives. Now the Exorcism, everything is on, but of course the Luna with the BKB still surviving for now. The Wraith King still having the ultimate as a backup. He's trying to get in, trying to get the stun up, using the stick. They want to go on a Jakiro. In the meantime, the Death Prophet actually gets the Luna kill, so that's the first time all of them are slow. The poor Rasta has to pay for it, but now Baga, he's going down for sure. The question is now, is it enough for the Brewmaster? Is there another interrupt? 4 people down, and well, Centaur, what you doing here? Leaving your team alone. Did he buy back, or did he just respawn, or wasn't he just there? I didn't even see. He did a nice initiation, but he ran back out of this fight. Somehow the rest of his team just didn't get the memo, and they should have gotten it. This is now 21 and 18. They only had to pay with a Rasta for this nice fight. And I mean, who cares about the Centaur? They got Luna, they got the Brewmaster, and that's good. But of course we have to say, this was without Brewmaster's ultimate. The Brewmaster ultimate would have made a difference. And also the Lucent Beam was everything but good. I mean, the Clockwork as well as the Death Prophet, they got quite some ticks off that ultimate, but both just not getting enough damage to actually bring them down, and that's why Luna was just haunted by all those ghosts of the Exorcism. And being the single target against the Exorcism is always, you might as well just jump off your balcony. That's a faster, more effective way. So 30 minutes in, but with this fight the experience will drop. Yes, exactly. CNB had this 4K, but now they're like really on the other side, and when it comes to gold, Tengen already had all the time this lead. But like, if you look at this graph, it's always alternating between 2K and 4K. So let's say they have a 3K gold lead. That probably is the most accurate statement I can go for. But let's see. 21-18. Come on, guys. We want to see some action here. Give us some action. 30 minutes. But it seems like Tengen, they're like, hey guys, we got a double stack Ancients here, so we might as well just get this together. But yeah, I think CNB, they know, hey guys, our trades, they're getting worse and worse. And even if we take fights, those massive rewards, this Exorcism, it will work on our objective. So for now, let's see. I mean, we only have 2 people here in the bottom lane. That is a Viper, a Rasta, and of course the Death Prophet who just joined there. But it doesn't seem, they're not bold enough. Where's the courage, guys? Come on, step in, take a fight. I know you can, because with that Panda ultimate, I still think CNB has a decent fight. Especially if they would get the Wraith King down. That is, the Wraith King, I say the Death Prophet down. And there's no Exorcism anymore. I really think this is good news. Not to mention that Wraith King had, if they would have fighted, he still had the level 2 ultimate, which is a 160-second cooldown. They could have taken that fight, but now, of course, the Wraith King, he's level 11, and the Reincarnation is ready again, which means Tengen, they might consider to fight themselves now. And I still think they should do. It really comes down to the fact that even if they lose a fight in the enemy base, if they want to go high ground, with the damage the Exorcism does and the massive rewards to objectives, for example, I'm pretty sure they can finish off this tier 3 tower, obviously, and maybe even get the range racks, and if the fight goes well, even the melee racks. That's what they could expect. If they get repelled and just sent back home, or like they die on the spot, then maybe it's not enough for the melee racks. But if the fight goes well, that's a complete lane. But for now, it's just okay. Leaning back. And you know what? When the players are not fighting, I might as well just drink my tea. Just a second. Perfect. Lemon tea. That's something more for my throat for solo casts. But yeah, passiveness all over the place. They'd still go for Ancients and they camp this Roshan, but unfortunately, I have bad news for them. This Roshan is gonna take 2 more minutes, or even longer than that. So, nope, 2 more minutes just holding back and farming. I mean, at the moment, the dire jungle is really has a nice grip, or Radiant has a nice grip on this jungle here. If there's just one solo guy coming in here, but oh, bad news for the Jakiro. He has no 4-stuff, no nothing. Now he's slowed, even hacks, and yep, they just go for it. And this is the opening they need. They traded tier 2 tower for a Jakiro. But this being said, they can just go for more. At the shock on the creeps, Master Bombard's even being used now. He really wanted that tower. He's like, ah, this last hit is mine before you guys can deny it, because they didn't deny it before. Now Baga trying something, but oh, this is bad news. What's he doing here? Pushed back by the cogs. I mean, Kiilstofte buying some time, but eventually I think he's going down. Mystic Flare used before he dies, and actually it does nice damage here. But the Panda ultimate already being used. Wraith King number 1 down. Let's see if they get him the second time. I mean, there's still the Exorcism ticking. It's doing so much damage, even on the Luna now. Center is the next one to fall. The gem is on the ground, and Luna, she's dying as well. That leaves the Panda alone. His ultimate is ending, or does he even die before it? No, he's still there, but the problem is there's still a stun on the Wraith King. There's the Wraith Fire Blast. He has a double damage, so maybe they don't want to choose him, and they do the right thing. They just go for the Rex, and the Panda, well, what you doing? Like, he can only creep skip. Are there any buybacks? Oh, the buybacks I should know of. CNB here, King RD, he has a buyback, but he doesn't use it at the moment. Like the center doesn't have buyback, he's 400 gold short. Baga doesn't have buyback, also 400 gold for him. And that of course is good news for Tengen. They do on the way out at least some damage on the... Oh, but here he still wants to say hello to the Death Prophet, but I don't think that's a good idea. Because he can just TP out and he's gone. There was no one with the interrupt. Actually, the Jakiro might have been in range. I mean, he was about here. Ice path. Maybe he was not that close. Either way, Tengen, they were interested in a really fast retreat because they want to go for Roshan, but now there's a stun on the Panda. It's coming, but oh, Wraith King, this is bad news. He already died once before. Now you're actually down for 50 seconds on the sidelines here. And now they have really problems, like holding this Roshan. And oh, there's the slow on the Panda, but Raygun. Again, 2 people here. And Kiilstofte buying again time. Panda, you have no ultimate. You're going down just the same. Bad decision as the Wraith King, but in the end it's a 2-for-1 trade, and that means they can go for Roshan. 10 more seconds till the Exorcism, and then Roshan is easy peasy. I don't know if the center really wants to do something here. It's bad news. Like, he could jump in, Stampede out, but at the moment it seems like Tengen, they want to wait for the Wraith King. But hey guys, you can do Roshan without the Vampiric Aura. I'm pretty sure about that one, but I mean, the problem is the Panda, he bought back. Like, he knows it's all about Roshan, and they just don't want to go into Roshan. Oh, but Master Bombard's being used. The Viper being alone in the mid. At the moment, giving them the impression, at least they're not on Roshan, but this Luna ultimate, I say. Jesus, Hefla, you talk bullshit. The illusion, giving them impression, or like, giving them the vision. So this impression, hey guys, we are not on Roshan, it's done. But the problem is, he bought back for nothing. They decide in the end not to go for it. That is very strange. I mean, if you don't go for this Roshan, you might as well just not buy back. So you have to buy back for a high ground fight. But in the end, no, it's not happening. So, nice Ring of Basilius. So who is short of jewelry, you can pick it up here. Courier, not flying for it. Maybe Viper is so rich that he doesn't need it. 2.5k, sure. If you're that big daddy, big spender, then you might as well just let your old items lay around. Either way, looking at the experience, yeah, now it's really dropping. CNB is losing grip of this game. And the gold, 7.5k. Well, with a good fight, they can still come back on this. But the problem is if you buy back for nothing, like we just saw it now, that's something I just don't understand. Because this really hurts them in net worth, and it hurts them for a potential fight that might come. And to be honest now, with Tengen having the Aegis, they have the initiative. They have all the ultimates up. The only thing they have to deal with is, of course, the Panda ultimate. But hey, you got an Aegis, and you got a Wraith King who is ready. Yes, Wraith King is ready to rumble. And there's also now a Garnam Scepter. I mean, this Clockwork actually did a nice job overall. Like, nice hook shots. Most of them were missing. I think he only missed 2 hook shots. One was a blind one, and the other one was blocked by a creep. But everything else was nice initiation, on spot, mostly got a kill, or blocked out the enemy. So it's definitely something he can be proud of. He can tell his grandchildren about it, that he used to be awesome Clockwork in Dota 2. They probably don't even know what that is, but for me he's gonna be everlasting hero. But oh, talking about heroes, he's jumping in, Thunderclap on 2, and that Rasta is just getting demolished. But Exorcism, everything is running, and with that Plate Mail, so much damage. So the center is going down, number 1, but also the Wraith King is falling, at least for the first time. Viper, he has the Aegis, so he's just going ham with the Mystic Flare. That's his life. Luna, his ultimate, nope, it doesn't really hurt. 4 already down. Where are the buybacks? Now the buybacks are actually missing, and another hookshot just happened here. Where's Mr. Clockwork? He actually tried to catch them here, and with that stun, Vargas going down, but King RD at least finishing off the Clockwork here. But the Luna with this, I don't know, with this lonely buyback, he can't hold the base. So this is definitely down. Also like the last 4 little snakes here helping just in range for the Rax, and CNB is calling the GG. And this is what it comes down to. I mean, you have a reincarnation, you had an Aegis, and with that, an open fight, you just need a better initiation and everything. Plus, you need your buybacks for a high ground fight. And the Panda spending the buyback for a Roshan contest, that did not happen. That is, of course, bad news. Either way, guys, my name is HeflaTV. This is CNB versus Tengen in the JDL. It's always a 2-game series, so we are going in game number 2. That's a chance for CNB to get their revenge, and in the meantime some music, and we will be back in just some minutes, hopefully, maybe with a co-caster. Either way, be right back.